Greetings, dear people of God at Trinity. Thank you for joining me yet again for my Friday reflection. I hope you're staying cool. It's very hot. Lately, it seems meditating and grandparenting have been frequent topics of conversation. As the grandmother of the two most adorable, precious granddaughters in the world, I love not only sharing photographs, but talking about how it's going and seeking tidbits of advice from others who find themselves also so deeply blessed. Since COVID began and we faced not only lockdown, but terrible loss, let alone change, many of us have returned to meditation or tried to start to meditate for the first time. Being considered somewhat of a professional meditator, given my line of work, I've often been approached by those who want to talk about how it's going and to seek advice. It wasn't until I came across a wonderful article by Julia Alvarez in this month's issue of Sojourners Magazine that I actually put the two together. Julia Alvarez writes to what she calls wayward meditators. Is there any other kind? She says, another helpful tip is to imagine yourself as a grandmother or grandfather, minding the grandkids and their little friends. They run around like crazy, jumping, laughing, falling down, brawling, fighting, hugging each other. They're doing what children do. But your part is not to throw yourself into the fray. You've gone past that stage of life, and you are doing what old, tired souls do. Watching, stepping in if needed, mostly just being a kind, attentive, and non-judgmental presence in their world. So also, she writes, when you meditate, you are minding that noisy gaggle running around in your head, not getting pulled into their argument, siding with their alliances, indulging in their tantrums. All you have to do is be present. All you have to do to get meditation is to be present as a grandmother or grandfather. And you? Does this ring true for you, perhaps? Whether or not you are a grandparent, you might remember their presence and their spirit, their attention, their unconditional love, their enjoyment of you. There's something else. Someone once said, my grandmother is the best because she always says yes. There's a message there also for meditators. Julia Alvarez writes, remember that glorious poem, The Guest House, by the 13th century poet and mystic Rumi? This being human is a guest house, every morning a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness, some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all, even if they're a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture. Still, treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. Not just in meditation, but in our lives. What would it mean for you to say yes, to welcome whatever comes to the doors of your attention when you meditate, or comes to the doorway of your life? Where might these guests guide you if you will only be open to the journey they offer? There's a story about an elderly nun who tearfully confessed to her meditation teacher, my mind must have strayed 1,000 times. Ah, said her teacher, 1,000 opportunities to return to God. 1,000 opportunities to return to God. I'd say yes to that. Would you?